So our partial hospitalization program started a year and a half ago in September, and we started with myself, two of my staff or therapists, and two students. We had about 20 kids at the time and one minivan. Right now I have 18 staff that work for me in a variety of different ways, as group therapists, as individual therapists, in the health home department as case managers, and we've had about 200 kids that have come through our program since we started in September.
What our program can offer is that we have some very intimate settings with the kids. We do the groups, we do individuals, one-on-one. Our staff really cares about the client care and how the kids are doing, and they go above and beyond and go that extra mile to make sure that they are getting all their needs are being met.
And we challenge them, we encourage them to be their best, and sometimes that's scary for them, and sometimes they're hesitant about it, and we're empathetic to that. We get it, we understand this is not easy, and I think our crew here at Unison, we're real, we're down to earth, we're professionals, but we're human beings, so we understand what it means to face challenges, and we try to let our kids know that.
I look at my job as having one main role when it comes to my therapy groups, and that's providing an environment where my kids can be successful.
We're all in this to help them have positive experiences with adults and kind of be a sense of normalcy, because there's so much chaos and dysfunction in their worlds. We're just trying to be one consistent thread of hope.
Just getting to spend time with them, make them laugh, and seeing progress, no matter how small it may be. It may be as simple as them sitting in their seat all day, but that's rewarding enough compared to, some of the bad days they may have.
An after-school program that picks the kids up after school doesn't exist anywhere but Unison. So we, again, with the health home model, we go out and pick them up for doctor's appointments. Many of the things that they wouldn't have access to because they don't have access to transportation, or they do come from low-income housing, or those kind of financial difficulties. They don't have access to some of the transportation, so we try to knock as many barriers down as we can.
Part of our job is getting to know families and kind of learning history and patterns of behavior and interaction with them.
And we decided that, we're giving all this attention to the kids, but the parents need assistance with that follow through as well. And so if we're able to meet with them and kind of allow them an understanding and some knowledge and background about the kid's diagnosis and what they have going on, then we can also teach the parents how to better deal with the child's behavior, and just also give them an outlet and a thing to see that they're not the only parent that is dealing with difficult, high needs kids. And it just adds an extra support for them, and it's a way that they can feel a sense of community, get to know the workers better who are working with their kids, in addition to the other parents that have similar situations.
So after school, they just come home and just be in everything. We had to find them something to get into. They was in the Boys and Girls Club, and then they started coming to Unison, and I started to see a little bit of difference in them, with their behavior and stuff. They come right home and they do their homework and stuff now, without me having to tell them, go do your homework.
Oh, my son his grade point average has gone up. So he's doing pretty good. He's not violent at school anymore. He's been real good this year. Basically, the violence has stopped pretty much in school.
Sometimes it gets frustrating. I've learned how to restrain my son so he's not hitting me, so I don't have to call the police anymore. But it's been much easier.
I just say this is like, A+ that we get to be able to have somebody to talk to and notice that it's other kids that's doing the same thing or whatever. So it's been a good help.
Once I started here, things went quick. I mean, I had doctor's appointments, I had appointments with counselors, I had appointments with him. They're allowed to come to my home. I was allowed to come here.
So Unison was a blessing.
When I started the program, I didn't think it would be nearly as big as it is now. We wanted to include parents, we wanted to include teachers, we wanted to have them have access to groups and provide transportation and all those things. So we've grown an enormous amount in the last year and a half. I can only see us getting bigger. We're limited by some of the resources and funding that we have, but without those constraints, the sky's the limit for us.
And in Toledo, when we can make a difference from the bottom up, then we're going to see the city start to change as well. So the more resources we have here to help children, the better off the whole community is going to be.
We have a unique opportunity in that whatever monies become available, as we see fit, we'll provide it to the families and the kids that we serve.
Some kids go home and they don't get dinner, so a snack to them that's nutritious, that's balanced, that we can provide that, providing more transportation, so that way we can get more kids involved, because resources only go so far.
So whatever you can help with, nothing is too big, nothing is too small. Take everything that you do on a daily basis, recognize how important that is to you, and apply to somebody else who doesn't have as much as you.
One of the main things we try to do here is to bring the kids, give them opportunities that they don't necessarily get in their life. Being able to link with LaSalle, with the local art gallery is a really big honor for a lot of these kids, because they don't get exposed to that kind of stuff. So just to be able to bring things in, give them more opportunities, expose them to more positive outlets rather than just negativity or things that might pick up from social media, but just expose them to good positive outlets and healthy things that they can carry on in their life as they grow older.
What are some of the things that you've learned in Miss V's room?
Keep your hands and feet to yourself and not hit and not cuss.
Yeah. Do you remember anything else?
No.
No. Did you used to do those things before you came to group?
No.
You never did that? Did you ever hit anybody before?
No.
Never. Are you sure?
Without using the words snack or free time, what is your favorite part of group?
Feelings.
Tell me about that. What about feelings?
Talking about them.
Talking about feelings? What's one feeling that you like to talk about?
Happy.
Yeah, it's a good one. Next.
Do you know why you come to group, Kyle?
Yeah.
Why?
To better ourselves in certain situations.
Like what?
Like talking about our problems and like discussing like bullying and stuff like that.
What have you learned since you started coming to group?
That respect is not the right thing to do, and like negative things is not right, and like suicide is not the answer to every situation.
Can you think of your favorite memory of group? What's the best memory that you have?
Like how?
Like something that you think about that was the most fun that you've ever done in group.
When we did the activity where we had a whole bunch of squares and start to finish we could hop. I liked that one.
You did? What was your favorite part about it?
We could hop.
Yeah. Did Miss Veronica talk to you guys about coping skills in the jungle room?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know any?
Like the turtle.
Yeah, can you show me what the turtle looks like? Why in the world would we do the turtle?
So like if we we have a shell, and like if some mean words are coming at us, or if we want to hit somebody or something, we can do the turtle. So like we can stiffen up our body so we won't hit anybody, and we can stiffen up our body so like the shell can block the bad words.
I use a medical model all the time when I'm trying to talk to parents that are afraid of the mental illness stigma or the mental health stigma, or my kid seeing a counselor, things like that. I always talk about, if your kid has a sore throat, you might let them gargle with salt water at home. You might get them extra rest. You might try to keep home from school for a few days. But eventually, if it's a certain type of throat infection, you got to go to the doctor. And you need a little bit of extra help just to get them through that. And I kind of try to describe it to them that way because, yeah, they might be able to give them positive reinforcement at home. They might be doing all of the things that they can do, but then you need extra resources. And it's no different. You know, it's no different. And mental illness and problems that some of our kids have are no different than them needing to go to the doctor when they're sick with their physical problems.
Go for it. Check it out. If you don't like it, you always take them out. It's not like jail. You don't have to stay in.
That's right.
You can leave anytime you want.
Do it. If you don't like it, there's always other options. There's other workers. You don't have to have the certain doctor. You could always switch doctors. Don't give up that easy. Keep trying. It will slowly, it's a process, but you will slowly get there.
We really try to make this a safe place for them. Come here. You know, let's talk about those feelings that you don't want to talk with anybody else about. I have some people come in and they cry and they say, I've never cried in front of anybody. This feels weird. And I say, this is the place to do it. You know what? This is the place where you can be real. You can put your guard down and give yourself an opportunity to learn and grow. So, I mean, I would hope that they would say, you know, interacting with each other, learning new things, meeting new people are things that they enjoy here. But I'm sure they'll say snacks and gym.
Without using the word snack or free time, what's your favorite part about group?
Snack. Gym.
What about anything without using the words gym or free time?
Snack.
Oh, what about without using the word snack? What's your favorite part about group? Without saying snack or free time.
I like having free time.
What without saying free time?
I like having a snack.
Without saying snack.
What's the mic?
What?